Good morning, beautiful souls. So day 3 is still delving into how you feel today, like we did on day 1 and 2. I still like you to do that. I've been asked if people have been saying, am I doing it right? I think I'm doing it wrong. And the answer is there is no wrong way to journal, to delve into yourself. You may have trouble finding the words. You may not be able to use words, but you can feel how it feels. You can sense in the body. And the most important lesson I think, is to notice and remember that it changes. So yesterday I was quite excitable. On Monday I woke up excitable. Today I feel content and calm. And I may well at 3 o'clock or 4 o'clock or 6 o'clock or 8 o'clock feel irritated. I quite often get all this energy and then I'm like, oh, because I maybe haven't nurtured myself or I've got carried away. And so it changes every day and it changes through the day. But acknowledging your emotions shines a light on them. And so if you wake up feeling angry, you do not have to have an angry day. Notice the emotion, acknowledge it, because emotions like to be acknowledged, and then let it move. If you're very triggered, it's helpful, if you can't journal, it's helpful to stop and think, right, I know I feel angry. I know I'm not an angry person. Why is that? Okay, I note you, anger. Let's breathe and flow, because you can't always express the anger. So notice it. Don't just go, I'm fine. Don't shove it down. So check in AM and PM with how you feel. Remember that emotions will change, and that's okay. So from your workbook, so if you haven't got the workbook, link is in the bio and Instagram, and you should have it emailed to you. So message me if you haven't got it. So we're going to look at questions 1, 2, 3 and 4. Please don't do 5 and 6. Tomorrow I've got a guided meditation for you to do before you do the reflections in the workbook. So question 1, what does not enoughness stop you doing? So you might be like, nothing, I'm okay. I want to give you an example. So back in the day, many years, when I was doing my yoga teacher training, I nearly didn't teach. My not enoughness led to comparison, thinking that yoga teachers should be able to do handstands and look a certain way. And with what had happened to my body from my breast cancer surgeries, I've literally been cut up and had radiotherapy. My chest can't open. There's so many things I've had done. And I'm pear-shaped. I'm not long and thin, which in my head, I don't know. I had this weird conception. And comparison and fear and not enoughness and self-judgment got in, and I nearly didn't do it. But I listened to my soul. My soul was like, this is part of your path. This is part of your passion. You're needed, beautiful soul. I could hear myself very, very faint, but I was like, I really want to do this. I'm going to do it. And I did it. And it was life-changing. It's just beautiful. So I caught myself, but my not enoughness could have really stopped me doing that. And my path, my whole life would have been completely different. So in relation to question 1, why? Why? Why is that? And I love to keep ask. So I give a question, I like why, because you tend to find you get into the truth of it. When we first answer a question, we kind of get surface level. Sometimes we need to go a bit deeper. Question 3, what would I like to change around this? And I'll give you my reasoning in a moment. And question 4, in regards to that answer, why? So when I looked at all those points, I've got my notes just so I don't go off. When I looked at all of those points, I realised that I had everything I needed. I had the knowledge, I had the wisdom, the life's experiences. I am skilled in mastering something. I know I had the technical ability to teach. And if I can't do a handstand, I can mimic it on the wall, and I know how to teach that to people. I get a sensation of how it feels. And so the one thing that needed to change was how I talked to myself, how I saw myself, how I owned my power. That was what needed to change. Nothing outside of me. It was all inside. And so my first yoga teaching job was with, was with Paul Centex-Daly at his dojo, an international cage fighter, MMA, mixed martial artist. I had the best time. He was one of my best yoga students because he was excited, like the music. Once I had some different, he was like, where's the yoga music? He was open to it all and coachable and teachable. And it was just magical. Believed in me probably before I believed in myself. And so my first yoga class was just with open students. It was the most amazing thing. It's like, but was I terrified? Yes, I was. So yeah, it was all inside. It was a belief shift. But what I really want you to get from my example is that your mind, your beliefs, which aren't your own. Where did this belief come? This has just popped into my head. So where did this belief come from? It came from advertising, social media, because my yoga teachers aren't tall and blonde and thin. Slim. I was like, what are you saying, Gary? But yeah, it's not about that. But I'm bombarded, especially back in the day, there was hardly any diversity in colour, in culture, in body shapes. It was all very white, Western, women, really. And so this is what a yoga teacher is. This is what, and it isn't. In fact, it's far from the original culture. And so yeah, I had to do the work inside of myself and remember that I'm here for a reason. And I want to pass my wisdom on. I'm here to heal and heal others. So tomorrow there's a meditation. We're going to start to dream. So you're going to look today at the limits, and tomorrow we're going to start to dream. Because I can't stress enough, when you do this work, your whole life has the capacity to change. Especially when I won't go into the quantum field now, but your life has the capacity to change. Sending you so much love. Keep talking to me. Keep sending me messages, and keep in all the groups. Keep interacting. So sending you love. Bye.